Hello and welcome to Rebels Radio latest interview. I'm joined by Slough Joint Manager Neil Baker. How are you, Neil?
Very well, John. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Good birthday?
It was a very good birthday weekend. Obviously nice to get the 3 points, which is a welcome relief.
Was it a bit of a surprise against a top team like Cirencester?
I wouldn't say a surprise. For a while now we've fancied our chances in every game that we've played, and I think you have to in this league. We certainly didn't fear Cirencester. We know they're a good side, and obviously had a very good start to the season. But we proved last season, and they weren't massively different to last season. We proved last season that we could beat them, and we both feel that we're stronger than we were last season, and we won the game, and I think fairly comfortably yesterday. I know it was only 1-0, but I don't really think they hurt us that much, and I felt that we could have maybe nicked another goal or two as well.
Yeah, there was a few kind of setbacks going into the game. Once again, Guy not available, and the signing of a new player, Dylan, wasn't there or available. So how much did that affect your plans and your preparation?
Well, it did. It massively affected. We obviously we had in our mind how we were going to set up, and obviously having the phone call from Guy on Friday. His mum unfortunately was very unwell again, and meant that he wouldn't be able to play. That obviously doesn't help. Fortunately we had an able replacement in Stuart Lake that we were able to get on the phone, and fortunately he was available, and he came straight in. Whether Jay Dillon would have gone into the starting 11, remains to be seen. We hadn't quite decided what we were going to do. We were sort of waiting a little bit on Nathan and how Nathan was. But yeah, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Funnily enough, we changed formation and we changed the team probably an hour and 10 minutes before kickoff. So we were very open to what we were going to play yesterday, and fortunately, it looks like we made the right decision.
The pitch at Beaconsfield a little bit better?
Yeah. Listen, it's fine. It's fine. Obviously, there's been a lot more rain. Over the last sort of few weeks, and I still feel the grass is relatively long, and there are lots of patches on it. It's definitely not as good as it was last season. But listen, you can't sort of moan about the pitch. And at the end of the day, we've now played 4 games at home, I think. 4 games at home in the league, and obviously the last one, against Wealdstone in the friendly, and we've won 3, drawn 1, lost 1. So, and we haven't conceded many either at home, which is a positive. So, we need to make sure that it is a tough place for people to come, and so we've started the season relatively well in that frame. So we just need to continue with that.
And in the game, you started very brightly. Lots of good possession of the ball. Not so many chances, but were you happy after about 20 minutes, half an hour with how it was going?
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, the first 2 or 3 minutes, I thought they actually started quite well, and they looked quite lively, and we thought, all right, this is going to be tough. But then we really got into the game, and what was evident yesterday was the willpower and the work rate to actually win the ball back, and that started from the front boys in Eddie and Charlie. Sometimes Eddie can be accused of not necessarily working quite as hard as what he can do, because he's proved over time how hard he can work, and we put a little bit of pressure on Eddie yesterday. Obviously, we've got Charlie's come in and done absolutely fantastic for 3 games, and you had Lewis Putman back from holiday, obviously his honeymoon, who looked very lively in training on Thursday, and it was a toss-up whether we were going to play him or not. And then you've got Scott Harris coming back, who's our top goal scorer on 5 goals at the moment. So all of a sudden we've got great options, and Eddie's had a very stop-start start to the season in terms of picking up little injuries and coming off a couple of times, and so we put a bit of pressure on him yesterday. And one of the things we do say to our strikers is, it's not necessarily all about the goals. It's about working hard for the team. And I thought Eddie and Charlie yesterday exemplified how we played. They worked hard from the front. Didn't allow them to get into the game, and made them hurry their clearances and whatever else, and enabled us to win the ball back further up the pitch, and allowed us to play a lot more. So that started from them, but that went through the whole team yesterday.
Going in at 0-0 at half time, were you a little bit disappointed? Were you a bit nervous that actually you should have taken chances?
Yes and no. I don't think we had too many clear-cut chances first half where you'd sit there and go, wow, what a fantastic opportunity. I think we had plenty of possession. We had plenty of balls into the box. I think we had 10 corners in the game. Probably seven of those came in the first half period. So we had plenty of play, and one of the biggest things is normally you need to try and score when you're on top. And we hadn't done that, but we went in at half time, pretty buoyant with how we'd played, and we said at half time that we were a better team than them, and if we went out and did exactly the same second half, we'd win the game, and we did do that.
Yeah, you started very brightly and did what some teams have done to you early in the second half. You got a goal,
Yep.
and held on to that.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fantastic goal. It comes from a bit of individual hard work, endeavour, brilliance. All three really. Charlie's shut down a full-back and blocked a clearance, and then he's blocked another one, and then he's reacted quickest to that. And I mean, when he set up to shoot, I thought no, take it on a bit further, and he just opened up his body, and he just it was a fantastic finish. It was if you saw that in the Premier League, it'd be shown all day on the match of the day highlights. It was a fantastic finish. So absolutely delighted for him, because he deserved it for his work rate. Especially over the last 3 games, I think he's been a real positive asset to the squad. So we started fantastically well, and we could have probably got a second. Warren had a great chance, which somehow the lads managed to clear. It wasn't the cleanest of strikes, but somehow the lads managed to get a knee on it on the line and go over the crossbar. And then obviously Eddie's had another great chance as well. So, but listen, it doesn't really make too much difference. We won the game, we got the 3 points, and that was all we wanted yesterday.
Yeah, Cirencester came back into the game a little bit. They started to chuck bodies forward, put a little bit of pressure. Were you ever feeling comfortable at 1-0?
You never feel comfortable at 1-0, especially when you're a manager. It's that whole thing where so I can nick a goal. They don't have to do anything for 95 minutes of the game, and then pop up and get a last second equaliser, and the game's done. So you never feel confident at 1-0. You're always worried that something's going to happen. There was 1 or 2 hearts in a mouth moments. Adrian Sear actually managed to get in an absolutely fantastic block. Luke made a couple of important stops as well, and I thought we managed the game very well, and I thought we were clear winners on the day.
And now on to Burnham in the Berks and Bucks Cup.
Yeah.
Chance to play some of those members of the squad that haven't had so many game minutes in the last few weeks.
Yes, we will do. There is a call to not change the side and try and build up your momentum and things like that. And I can see that point of view, but at the same time, we also have to realise the importance of the FA Cup on Saturday, and realise how important that game is. And whilst we want to beat Burnham in the Berks and Bucks Cup, the most important game for us is against Dorking Wanderers, and we have to be a little bit mindful of that. Obviously, we have got 1 or 2 issues at centre half. Lakey will be suspended on Saturday, so we can't risk Gary McDonald, because we need him fit. It's as simple as that. We don't know the situation with Guy yet, so we need to be very careful, with a few players. So yeah, we will use the game to get players minutes, and we still believe that with the side that we're putting out. I think we're making 7 changes from Saturday. We still believe that we should be getting a result against Burnham. We obviously played them pre-season, know a bit about them. I'm sure they've improved since then, but I'd expect us to hopefully go and get through to the next round.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for your time. Congratulations on both your birthday and the 3 points yesterday, and look forward to talking to you later in the week. Cheers.
Cheers, John.